What's going on, everybody? So today I just wanted to make a quick video. I was actually a little bit late this morning because YouTube didn't schedule my video properly. But I just wanted to basically talk about the game with basically in light of the new road ahead, which honestly was not as exciting as I was hoping it to be. I wanted to just talk a little bit about everything that we've gotten in the game so far and do a little bit more of a positive kind of, how far has Diablo Immortal come since the beginning of the game? And when you really start to look at what we've gotten over the course of, well, it's currently the 21st of January, right? As I'm recording this video, and the game released June 2nd. So that is a total of 7.5 months. The game has come very, very far in 7.5 months. And I think that's pretty cool. And you know what? While we're doing all this, we're lagging a little bit. West March, always the first time I'm running through here, it always lags a little bit here because I have so many games running on my computer. And there's something with West March that just screws up everything always. But we'll go ahead and identify what we're talking about this. And the first thing I want to stumble upon and go through kind of the chronological updates as far as I remember them is class change, right? That was the first real game changer going through and, oh, that's a pretty big upgrade. It's a pretty big upgrade. Let's go. Let's just see here. Let me just see which one gives me a bigger upgrade. All right, there we go. Little Hell 6 gear that I had on me. Little Hell 6 gear. But class change was the real first update. This is at the height of the game. To be honest, class change dropped when the game was probably one of its most popular, and I took thorough advantage of that. He definitely was class changing basically all the time. It was super exciting to jump through each of the classes. And I would say that that is one of the most important updates to keep people interested in the game since day one, which again is very, very important, right? That is something that's really, really exciting, has been continuously been praised. However, that update has kind of gotten a little odd now since the Essence Mastery system, but I personally don't think it's that bad as a person. Like I enjoy kind of grinding and have that grind, and so that it's actually rewarding to go out and get that grind done. But one thing that I'll note is that for the casual player, it definitely does not feel super great to go ahead and have to go and do a bunch of grinding all the time to go ahead and get the class changes value because you farmed Essence Mastery in one class and you have to do it again on the other ones. As we continue onwards, obviously we have so many different battle passes and legendary items added. But another one that really I remember was the new dungeon, the new set item added, right? The Gloom Guide set. This one's an update that really didn't really resonate with a lot of people, right? No one really cares about the new dungeon. No one really cares about the new set items, right? Vithus is like king across the entire game for the most part. It's pretty crazy on how kind of forgettable the Gloom Guide set really is. It was kind of surprising to me to see, especially considering we had so many different tests and kind of predictions with the set and how good it could potentially be, but it just doesn't compare to something like Vithus, to be honest, right? It's just so much worse than Vithus, and that is a little unfortunate for a lot of people, right? It kind of limits a lot of things for a lot of different builds, which we were hoping to kind of have a little bit more exciting set items to kind of do and experiment with. And of course, the new dungeon, well, people don't really care about new dungeons, right? It's just kind of how it is. It's just the same old grind with a different dungeon. So for the most part, we didn't really get much from that update. And then of course, you go to kind of the following update. I can't remember if this was before or after, but we had the Warband update, which is something that was very controversial, right? This is something that a lot of people were either hated it or you loved it. I personally have been really enjoying it. It's just an extra thing that I get to do every day, which is pretty exciting, to be honest. I enjoy that aspect of it. I don't think it really has anything negative, right? Nothing negative with the game. It's just pure positive. The only exception to that is maybe if you consider, oh, well, people in warbands are going to progress a little bit faster than I am. And that is true. But in terms of a PvE standpoint, it's all gravy. But I understand the people's apprehension with it, considering the fact that, well, when you're going through and you're trying to progress in the game and you're just completely bottlenecked by something like oh, well, you can't really do as much as I can do because I'm in a warband, that kind of feels bad. So I understand the kind of downside to it for a lot of different people. But it's still, in my opinion, definitely a good update. It's just not quite as exciting as I think a lot of people were really hoping for during that time. Then we move forward right after that warband update, which was considered kind of a major update. And then we go into the December update, which is the other one that I kind of really remember. And that one was a absolutely massive one, the biggest one to date, and gave you the new zone. It gave you all these different things inside the game. It's been super exciting across the game because we have the new Storm Point. We had the new kind of everything coming to the game, right? We had the guaranteed bestiary drops. We had more legendary items. We had all sorts of different things that were pretty exciting. Hell, 6 through 8, we had the new Heliquaries, and all of this has been a much wanted improvement over the previous system, right? And then we move over to kind of the most recent update, which is the Essence Mastery system, which in my opinion has been my favorite update so far. Definitely not the biggest one, potentially not even the most game-changing one, but my personal favorite. I love the way they implemented it. I love the way you can progress your character, and I love how it's not really that RNG dependent, despite, you know, legendary items in of themselves being decently RNG dependent, which is pretty exciting, right? For example, if I wanted to use, I don't know, a specific legendary item or build in my specific, you know, class, I don't have to look for those specific legendary items to improve them. I can just improve my overall level, and it improves all of the different legendary items that I have. So that is pretty exciting. And that leads me to today. And I just want to mention, the game has gotten so much better, whether it's the improvement of the hell difficulties, right? Whether it's the overall additional content being released, whether the Heliquary raids are more exciting, more challenging, and more exciting to progress, whether getting a new legendary item is more exciting for you to progress your own stats on your character, whether you could go ahead and do class changes to swap to their class, whether you want to farm dungeons and have it be much easier due to the fact that you have set crafting and guaranteed set items and daily pities. Or if you're a newer player and you want to catch up, now the silver paragon is much higher than it was earlier on, obviously, and that allows you to go ahead and catch up much further with higher drops. In my opinion, Diablo Immortal is in its best state ever in terms of the game itself. The community is on another hand, right? That is something that always is fluid and changes on a drop of the hat. But in terms of the game itself, the game has gotten so much better. And I just wanted to take a second today to kind of look back and see what we've gotten, how much we've gotten over the day, and kind of just, I guess, reminisce for a second, because I've been playing this game for literally 7.5 months, and it feels like it's gone by so quickly. And this is the first road ahead that we've ever gotten. And if they had dropped this at the beginning of the game, right when the game launched, I feel like we might have kept a few other players, because a lot of people really enjoy a lot of the systems that have come out. And I think the game, especially recently with the updates, have done way more good than bad. That's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Again, I just wanted to chat for a little bit today and just talk about the game and see what we've gotten over the years. And when I really look back, it really does surprise me on how much we've gotten, how much the game has improved. And honestly, things that I take for granted, like the set crafting, which I just have now, or like the new hell difficulties, or the Heliquary raids, or the class change even. There was a time when I couldn't do any of that. And actually, I created alternate accounts to go out and play other classes just to see what it was like. I don't have to do that anymore, which is so strange to me. But that's it, guys. Again, if you guys enjoyed the video and you guys have something to say, something that you enjoyed, a memory with this game, or maybe you guys just were used to playing, you don't now, or maybe you're new to the game and you didn't realize how much the game has added, let me know in the comment section down below. I want to hear all this stuff. Again, I thought this would be more kind of a fun, positive video where I think Diablo Immortal has improved so much, even though there was ups and downs and a lot of community outrage. The blessing of the worthy drama comes to mind, and that's still going on to this day. We have a lot of bugs which still happen today, but the pities, the set crafting, all this stuff, all these complaints that we had, I think they actually have done a good job of addressing them, and I'm excited to see what the future is for this game, seeing as we will have a road ahead for at least the next year. Diablo Immortal is going to be sticking around, so I wanted to reminisce on the last 7 months. See you all tomorrow.